Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs in video games, and today I'm playing Monster Train. Last time on Monster Train, I won my first run. But that didn't unlock a new clan. The unlock conditions are special. You need to play spells, summon units, and kill lots of enemies. So that means we have to play again as one of the first two clans, or actually both of the first two clans, the Hellhorned and the Awoken. Actually, I wonder if we can play as only one clan. Can we choose the same clan for both the primary clan and the allied clan? It looks like the answer is no, because it just switches them back and forth when I try to click on the same clan as the allied clan. Okay, so we can't do that. And we've unlocked Covenant mode. We've unlocked one Covenant rank. Enemies are stronger, and I don't know what that is. That's available. And add additional random cards to your starting deck. Don't know what that means either. And there are mutators. Mutators, this looks like a custom run from like Slay the Spire, a custom run. Don't think I'm going to do that this time. We're just going to do a standard run, but on Covenant rank 1. And let's see what that is. Let's depart. Random starting cards. Okay, Daedalus the Professor, we fought him before, but the effect, the battle effect, is different. Double Barrel is different than what we've seen before. Arcus, Darkness Incarnate, Sins of Darkness. Arcus will summon Blinding Dark Shard and Looming Dark Shard. Don't know what that means. Seraph the Diligent, Draining Emblem. The first spell card played each turn gets Consume. Oh, that's bad. So, spells might be bad in this run. Maybe we should not do spells. I mean, that's kind of similar to what we've done before, though. We focused on units. Hornbreak. I like Hornbreak. Piercing, deal 5 damage twice. That seems like a pretty good spell. Steel Enhancer is okay. We have 2 of them. And Impressive. This is a Sacrifice Imp card. But we don't start with any imps. So I guess we have to get some imps before that's useful. Take on Pact Shards in exchange for rewards. The more you have, the more powerful your enemies will grow. If you defeat Seraph with 100 Pact Shards or more, you will unlock the true final battle. Okay. Don't think I'm gonna go for that this time. Divine Boons. That looks special. We'll have to come back to that. Let's get an artifact first. Concussive Coals. 50% chance to apply Dazed when an enemy unit enters your train. Lightstone Casing spells get an extra upgrade slot. So, Lightstone Casing is pretty bad this run, right? Because Seraph causes your first spell to consume each turn. So having extra upgrade slots for your spells is kind of bad. Concussive Coals Dazed, we'll take that. Concussive Coals seems much better. So Brawler and Wrathful. Brawler we've done before, that gives multi-strike. Wrathful, you get benefits on Slay. But I really like multi-strike. And our allied clan is the Awoken, and the Awoken has the Cultivate ability, which works particularly well with multi-strike. I mean, I kind of want to use Wrathful because we haven't used it before, but I don't know. I think I really like multi-strike, so we're going to go with Brawler. 100 gold and 10 of those things. I'm going to take it. I like 100 gold. I know I said I wasn't going to go for these Pact Shards, but I'm not going to go to 100. But 100 gold is pretty good. The first defense. Oh, and there's a threat level. Threat level medium. That's because I took Pact Shards, I guess. And the trial is armor emblem. Enemy units enter with 10 armor, and we get a unit draft. Turning that on. I think you should turn those on at the beginning battles. Battle effect. We chose that. Okay, waves remaining 3. We have a torch. Torch basically does nothing because they started with 10 armor. I guess we have 3 zero-cost cards in our hand, and we have 3 Ember, which means we're playing everything. I guess the Pyre deals 20 damage, so it can actually take things out for us. And in particular, this front enemy doesn't deal any damage. So the Pyre could take him out if we could just take out the back enemy. I want to play my Hornbreaker Prince, but I don't want him to get hurt. So we're going to put a Trained Steward in front of him, so the Trained Steward can take the burden. And of course the Steel Enhancer's on the Hornbreaker. And then where do we play the Torch? So if we hit the back guy, he would have 9 health, and the Hornbreak deals 5 damage twice, so it would kill him next turn. So we could actually, as long as we draw a Hornbreak, we can kill this one next turn because we've torched it. End turn. He was dazed, so he didn't attack. Okay, a Collector. I definitely want to defeat that Collector. This Trained Steward ended up being a pretty good meat shield for our Hornbreaker Prince. So, the Hornbreak goes on this one. We planned that last turn. Then I would like to torch the Collector. The question is the bottom floor... Does the bottom floor need anything? The Forged Disciple doesn't do much damage. It does have a lot of health. Let's torch the Collector. And then the top floor is fine. So the bottom floor... I'd love to play another Trained Steward here, but it doesn't fit. The Trained Steward could go on the other floor, but really, I think I'd rather use a Torch or a Restore. I could restore my Trained Steward, because that would heal him essentially 3 health. But I would rather torch the back guy, so we can use the Hornbreak. And there's a very good chance that we're going to draw Hornbreak next turn. So I like this plan. Let's torch the back guy like we did last time, and end turn. A brief respite. We have Impressive. We don't have an Imp though, so that doesn't do anything. We could Hornbreak this guy like we planned. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. And then there's a Restore in my draw pile. That's it. I would like to draw more of the Hornbreaks for next turn, but I can't really do anything about that. So an idea, if we do any damage to this middle guy, then he will die in 1 hit from the Pyre. So if we play a Trained Steward on either floor, but I don't see a reason not to do it on this one, then we will deal damage to him, which means he gets defeated in 1 hit. And of course, restore this one, and he gets hit by the Pyre. Final wave. Alright. We are currently not winning, which is not great. We have a Trained Steward, but we can't do anything about that. The Steel Enhancer is definitely going here on the multi-strike. And we are still not winning. can't take out the back one with a torch. So what do we do? I mean, I will win with the Pyre no matter what. And I could play another Train Steward on the middle floor, if it comes to it. But the real question is, if we restore this one, he will have 7 health, and he still dies to 2 hits. So I don't think it does anything if we restore him. Even though this guy's dazed. So this guy's dazed, which means he doesn't do the first hit. But he still dies in 2 hits. Even if we got full health, he dies from the main boss man. So what does that mean I do? I think that means I play a Train Steward on the 2nd floor, and we plan to win on the 2nd floor. Put him in the back because he has more health. And then down here, I don't think a restore does anything at the bottom, so let's play it in the middle. And then a restore doesn't do anything, so let's play a torch. And torch the main guy. End turn. So we're losing down here, but we're doing a bunch of damage to the boss before we die. And that's all we need. Next turn. Technically, we are still losing, but we can use a torch and a horn break to defeat the back guy. I guess we could also horn break the boss, which doesn't quite win still. The Steel Enhancer we should play no matter what. And front or back? Guess we wanted to do it on the back one. Now, the Impressive and the Restore do nothing. Yeah, these do nothing. So it's the Horn Break and the Torch. If we Horn Break the back one, what does that do? We defeated him. Oh, even though he had armor, the Horn Break has piercing. Great. Well, we win the battle, and we can't restore the Pyre. It was worth trying, right? We win! So we've got a Hornbreak, a Welder Helper, and a Hidden Passage. I think that I still do not care about Hidden Passage. So it's between Hornbreak and the Welder Helper. The Welder Helper is an imp. Oh, toggle unit essences. What's that? What's a unit essence? So armor 10 and summon. Apply armor 10 to friendly units. I don't think I understand what unit essences are. Yeah, I don't know what unit essences are. Maybe we'll learn that later. Anyway, I could choose a Welder Helper or a Hornbreak. I really like the Hornbreaks. And the Welder Helper is an imp. I think I'm going to take a Hornbreak. Vine Grasp, Restoring Retreat, and Razor Sharp Edge. So, apply 10 and -2 health. I don't think I like the -2 health, but the plus 10 attack is very good on our champion. The Vine Grasp seems pretty decent too, dealing 3 damage, because the move the unit to the front is interesting. You could move one of the spell chasers to the front. But I think I'm going to choose Razor Sharp Edge, because we have multi-strike. Ho-ho! There's the Awoken Hollow, that's kind of what I wanted. And unit essences again. I still don't know what unit essences are. But Awoken Hollow is basically what we wanted when we chose the multi-strike in our champion, because this has Cultivate too. And we can cultivate our champion, especially if it has -2 health. So there's an Awoken banner, a Merchant of Magic, a Merchant of Steel, and a Hellhorned banner. So it's really, do you want Awoken or Hellhorned? And a Divine Temple. Accept shards in exchange for upgrading spells or combining units. Ooh, that sounds interesting. We're going to go this side because I think I want the Merchant of Magic, but we're going to go to the Divine Temple first. Okay. Seek Stone. Upgrade a spell to gain Intrinsic. Engage Pact. Sacrifice a unit to infuse its essence. And then Value Stone, upgrade a spell to cost -2. Okay, so I think we might get more Pact Shards because I think sacrificing units sounds really good. I don't know if I should, because it does make it harder. The threat level is low, but we get more enemies before the boss. I'm gonna do it. Let's click the button. Oh, excellent. And we can sacrifice Train Stewards, and this is what unit essences are. So, let's sacrifice a Train Steward. And I guess we could upgrade a Train Steward, but we're not going to. We're going to upgrade our Awoken Hollow to get an upgrade. A plus Train Steward upgrade. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm not going to do either of the spell ones, though. Let's leave. And then Merchant of Magic or Awoken Banner. I think I should do the Awoken Banner first. I want both of these cards. I cannot choose both of them. Another Awoken Hollow would mean I get to play that faster, but an Animus of the Will works with the Awoken Hollow we already have. Emberstone, Surge Stone, and Stack Stone. So the Surge Stone seems pretty good, but I don't like the Consume. I like to play my spell multiple times. Still, a Consume on a Hornbreak makes that Hornbreak amazing. I don't think I'm going to get the Emberstone, though. Upgrade a spell to gain double stack and 1 cost. Definitely purging a card. So we want to purge... I restore a torch or... Oh, no. Or we could get rid of Impressive because we don't have an imp. So it's between Restore, Torch, Train Steward, and Impressive. I'm going to remove a Train Steward. Train Stewards are pretty bad, and we could always get imps later. And let's also remove a Torch. I think removing cards is really good. We could actually afford it once more. I'm not going to. We're at threat level high. Alright, let's go. We are fighting a High Priestess of the Light with Relentless and Sweep. We have not fought this particular boss before. And I really do want to turn on the Trial, of course. Non-boss enemies get +4. The Reconciler only does 1 damage, so +4 is not too bad. Forged Disciple does 2. So I think we can turn it on. Let's turn it on. I think you should always turn on Trials until they're too dangerous. Okay, this looks like a good starting hand. We're definitely playing this Awoken Hollow with the Hornbreaker Prince behind him. And we can play the rest of our cards. So the Restore goes here, and the Steel Enhancer goes here. And then the Torch. I mean, no reason not to torch the back guy. Great, that was a wonderful first turn. Second wave. There's a Collector up there. I have an Animus of the Will. I would love to have him with the Awoken, but we can't do that. We've only got one Awoken Hollow. And the Steel Enhancer could either go on the Hornbreaker or the Animus. I think we're going to play the Animus on level 2, which also gets rid of the Collector. And I think I want to put the Steel Enhancer on the Multi-Strike 2 character. So Impressive, we don't have an Imp. We're playing a Trained Steward and a Hornbreak. The Trained Steward is going to go up here, protect our Animus. And the Hornbreak, I guess we defeat the back one? Alright. Defeat the Collector, get more money. That feels excellent. And by the way, that guy is a lot bigger than he normally is, right? That enemy? Anyway. We have... He has Sweep. He attacks all enemy units. That's bad. So that's why both of them are dying. We could Hornbreak to take care of him. I guess I'm going to do that. It consumes the card, which is not great, but at least we keep both of our enemies, or both of our monsters. No reason not to do both restores there. Final wave already. And both of the back guys are dazed. Unfortunately, the boss apparently is also hitting or killing both of our units. He's got Sweep, which means he's hitting our Hornbreaker even though he's behind the Awoken Hollow. Still, the Razor Sharp Edge would do a ton of damage as long as our guy survives to do it. I think this is a good plan. Oh, and it looks like we now win. So let's just kill the back two. And Steel Enhancer too. That battle went extremely smoothly. Wow, that was an amazing battle. And we get victory. We are offered a Ritual of Battle, apply Rage 10, but it costs 3 to play. I don't really like that. There's a Molting Imp, and there's a Hornbreak. We could take a 4th Hornbreak. I don't think I'm going to take a 4th Hornbreak, but I am considering this Molting Imp, because it would make our Impressive card actually do something, and it does something on its own. Glimmer. Restore 2 health to friendly units and deal 2 damage to enemy units. That's fine. Small effects. The Wildwood Sap already has Consume, so that doesn't bother me in the last battle. And 5 regen is good on the Awoken Hollow, which we can take another one right now. And the Awoken Hollow works really well with our Multi-Strike 2 character. So this is perfect for this deck. We're taking it. Alright, on the left side, there's a Hellvent, duplicate any card except your champion. On the right, Pyre Remains and a Merchant of Magic. And we can go to another Divine Temple in the center. I think I'm going to go right, because I don't have anything that I want to duplicate right now. So let's visit the Concealed Caverns first, to see what's in here. The Bone Shaker makes its way through an abandoned train yard. The once bustling workshop is now eerily silent and empty, picked over by scavengers, though in the rubble you're able to make out a couple of things that may be useful. A large hook and some quick-release doors. Do you salvage anything from the train yard? The doors. Consume, descend a unit to the bottom floor, apply Daze 2. Oh. That's kind of interesting. And the hook, consume, ascend an enemy unit to the Pyre room, apply Dazed 3. That one's pretty weird. That one, you're trying to defeat the enemy with your Pyre. And it also costs 2. I think I like the doors. Yeah, let's take the doors. You enlist the help of the crew to install the doors, giving you more control over the location of any invaders in the Bone Shaker via quick ejection. So there's another Surge Stone. We could upgrade another Hornbreak. But let's look at the Divine Temple first. So there's 2 spell upgrades. The Purge Stone is new, and of course the Engage pack, where we can sacrifice a unit. I really like sacrificing units, but it might be a bad idea. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna sacrifice units. I really want to sacrifice this Train Steward. But let's see what our unit essences are. The Animus of the Will has minus 15 and multi-strike 1. That's not really what you want. I mean, I guess a unit could start with a lot of attack, and adding multi-strike is pretty significant, but minus 15 and multi-strike 1 is not something that I'd like to apply to a unit. Not that I was going to sacrifice the Animus anyway. We're sacrificing a Train Steward. Oh, we can put it on the other Awoken Hollow. So we've got 2 Awoken Hollows with the essence of Train Stewards. And our threat level is extreme. I may be making mistakes. So, another Surge Stone on another Hornbreak. That makes the Hornbreaks really good, even though I can only spend them once. But the last enemy causes our spells to consume anyway. I'm considering purging. If I were to purge, what would I purge? I think I would purge a torch, maybe? Let's purge 1 torch. And move on to the next battle. Alright, Daedalus the Professor, and we're at threat level extreme. The double barrel, the constructed explosives are different than they were last time. They explode twice instead of being shielded. So the fact that we got rid of a torch might actually make us worse at this battle. First wave. And we did draw a Hornbreak that we could use to defeat that constructed explosive, because it explodes twice for 10, so that's 25 damage. Or 20 damage, plus the 5 from the front one. So I do want to play the Awoken Hollow. I could play it on the first floor or the second floor. The Molting Imp could take out the entire first floor, but if I did that, I couldn't fit both the Awoken Hollow and the Hornbreak. I'd rather play the Awoken Hollow and the Hornbreak at the bottom. The Hornbreaker Prince, as it were. And then that means we're probably destroying the constructive explosive with the Hornbreak, and we can't play the Molting Imp anymore because it doesn't fit. So, the Hornbreak. And then, of course, we're playing this Restore on the Awoken Hollow. He created an explosive at the top. We can ignore that. We drew our Animus of the Will and an Awoken Hollow, so we could set up the second floor with the Animus. I do like that, so let's set up the second floor. And we have the Trap Shoot. Don't think the Trap Shoot does much. Let's set up the second floor. And then in the first floor, this middle guy is doing most of the damage. 16 damage is a lot to our Awoken Hollow. I mean, there's nothing to do about it other than restore. We can play all of the cards, but I don't think I really care to play Trap Shoot, because I don't want to Trap Shoot that guy. Steel Enhancer could go on either the Hornbreaker Prince or the Animus. Of course, we're going to put on the Animus because that has multi-strike too. Alright, that explosive is bad. We probably want to Hornbreak it this turn. At the bottom, we're not taking much damage at the bottom, so the bottom might be okay. We could play a Hornbreak to defeat something, but I don't like that the Hornbreak consumes itself. We could play the Hornbreaker on the back guy here, which would take him out. Oh, he has sweep. I don't like the fact that he has sweep. We might want to kill the front one. And I just realized that the Constructive Explosive has Dazed, so we actually don't need to worry about it. So first step, we're playing a Restore. I think I'm only going to play one of my Hornbreaks, which means we're playing a Torch. And the only logical one to torch would be the center one, which would save 4 damage. Let's do it. And now I could defeat the back one with a Hornbreak or the front one. And the front one's a lot worse, so I guess we destroy the front one with the Hornbreak. And then we save our other Hornbreak for a future turn. We also got a little bit of damage on the boss that turn. Okay, the bottom floor looks scary. That Constructive Explosive is dazed, though. Our artifact has been doing some great things in this battle, making sure that the Constructive Explosives are always dazed. I think I'm going to play the Wildwood Sap on something. I can play every card in my hand except for the Train Steward. So we're going to play the Wildwood Sap, and I think the bottom one needs the regen more. And then the next question is, where do we play the Steel Enhancer? We've got two choices. The two multi-strike enemy or monsters that we have. But we also have the Razor Sharp Edge. I think I'm going to split the Razor Sharp Edge and the Steel Enhancer. So which one do I want to put where? I guess the Steel Enhancer will go here because that guy needs more health, and the Razor Sharp Edge will go on the Hornbreaker Prince, who already has some health. Now the question is where we play Hornbreak. We could take out the Constructive Explosive. Oh, this guy gives haste. Haste is bad, because that means that he would go to the top. I mean, the Pyre would take him out. But I think I want to get rid of the haste. Yeah, so that means that nothing goes to the top. It's really nice when he puts the Constructed Explosives always at the top. So the bottom floor, this Constructed Explosive is doing 20 damage, which means I really want to take it out. Unfortunately, they also have haste because of the bat guy, and the bat guy has a shield, which means the only way for me to kill him is with the horn break. But the explosive has to go. Now our guy doesn't die, and we can even restore him. Could restore him again, but I think we're going to put the other restore on the second level. And now we've got a steel enhancer, and I like putting that on multi-strike too. He just granted haste to the explosive. Alright. So I do want to take out the top floor, but we're currently not winning here. We could trap shoot. Can we trap shoot the boss? He's already on the bottom floor, so I'm not sure. Either way, we don't really need to sacrifice an imp, so we could always just play the molting imp at the top and take out that guy. And then the constructive explosive will take out the imp and itself. Now let's see if dazed works. It does, so you can trap shoot something on the bottom floor. That's really good to know. And we win. Take this, Daedalus. Daedalus. I remember how to pronounce it. Got him. A rare pack. We're offered Impulate, which we don't need. Unleash the Wildwood. Unleash the Wildwood was really good in my last run. And we do have 2 Awoken Hollows this time. The Husk Hermit has Sweep. I'm pretty interested in trying out Sweep because there's a fair number of times where there's small units, lots of small units. And then what do we need here? We have a number of 0-cost cards in our deck and no 2-cost, so I don't think we need the energy this time, or the ember this time. Let's get a draw. Herzl's Compound. Alright, lots of choices here. The Unstable Vortex removes 2 cards, and Herzl's Horde gives us an artifact. The other 2 things on the left side I don't think I really care about. We get to upgrade our champion either way. I think the right side just has more stuff. And let's start by upgrading our champion. So as much as I want to try out Wrathful, we kind of built our deck around multi-strike. So we're taking more multi-strike. And let's look at the Awoken banner before. The Thorned Hollow, summon, gain 60 max health, rejuvenate, gain spikes 3. Or I could get another Husk Hermit. I have been interested in trying out the Husk Hermit, trying out the Sweep ability. In a way, I don't really want either of these, though. Because the Spikes 3, I don't think I really care about. We already have 2 Rejuvenate creatures that we would put in front. But let's take a Husk Hermit. The Merchant of Steel has a large stone. That seems pretty good. It would make it so that something would be too large to fit along with an Awoken Hollow. But I think I still might take it. Let's put it on our Husk Hermit so that it does a lot more sweep damage. And then the Strength Stone is easy. We're putting that on the Animus. And then let's get a Fury Stone too. And I could put that on the Animus. It's really good on the Animus. I don't like that it only has 3 health, of course. I'd rather do something that upgrades the health of the Animus next, rather than more damage. So maybe we put it on the Husk Hermit. Especially, yeah, let's put it on the Husk Hermit. And then Unstable Vortex or Divine Temple. Divine Temple first. And in theory, I should stop doing the Divine Temple because we're already at threat level high, which is interesting that it went down from extreme. I really like sacrificing units though. So what are the unit essences that we have here? Oh, I'm very surprised the Husk Hermit doesn't give Sweep. But it does give 30 health, which is exactly what I said I wanted on the Animus. So let's upgrade the Animus of the Will. That means it's great because it has a lot of health and a lot of multi-strike attack. Alright, and now we're at threat level extreme again, and we're on target to get to 100 too soon. Alright, what are we removing? I do like removing cards. We could remove Impressive, we could remove Restore, could remove Torch. Oh right, there's a Train Steward. Let's remove our last Train Steward. And then what? So I want to remove the Restores, but they're really good with the Awoken Hollows. The Impressive might be better than Torch. And there's nothing else I'm really considering. I like the Steel Enhancers. Really a question between whether we don't care about Impressive or Restore. And I don't care about Impressive. I haven't played it yet. And let's go to the Clipped Infiltration. So the question here is whether we turn on the Trial, the Seal of Aggression Trial, which gives multi-strike. Neither of these deal much damage, so multi-strike may not be too bad. But we are at threat level extreme, and I don't know how much I care about a random artifact. I mean, I do care about a random artifact, but I think it might be too far along for us to do the trials and the threat level. So let's skip it this time. First time we're skipping it. First turn, only the Quill Marksman in the center is not dazed. And they do have the jump up to the 3rd floor ability. I did not draw my Awoken Hollow. I did draw the Husk Hermit and the Hornbreaker Prince. The real question is, what do we do about the Quill Marksman? And where do we put the Hornbreaker Prince? I really like putting the Hornbreaker Prince at the bottom. And that means I'll probably put the Husk Hermit on a different floor. The Hornbreak, I think we have to play the Hornbreak here now so that we don't lose our champion. And then I think we put the Husk Hermit on level 2. Or actually, maybe we put the Husk Hermit on level 3 because they have the jump to level 3 ability, so it's really only floors 1 and 3 that matter. And then the rest of these cards don't really do anything. I don't want to play the Molting Imp on floor 1 because I can't get rid of him. So that's a reason to have put something on floor 2, so that we can get money. I did draw my Awoken Hollows, we definitely want an Awoken Hollow with the Hornbreaker Prince. And as much as I would like an Awoken Hollow up at the top, it's too fat. It doesn't fit. So I guess let's stack the center row. So on the top row, he's taken out the only... Because of the sweep, we're taking out the clip conduit, and this one can get taken out by the pyre. So let's stack the center floor with the typical multi-strike and Awoken Hollow combo. And then I could play the trap shoot, but don't see a reason to. I really expected that guy to get taken out next turn, but I guess the pyre room happens immediately. And so the top room is a problem. I don't think I can take out the front guy, even if I used Razor Edge. And he has 130, so he's going to go against the pyre. And then the bottom floor has a special clipped conduit. And we can't deal him damage because we aren't getting through the front guy. So the steel enhancers, I think, go on our champion. And we still aren't taking out the front guy. We're going to play everything but torch. So the question is simply where we put the rest of it. The pyre will take out this guy after getting a fair amount of damage. I don't like that. Our pyre is going to take damage this round. The razor sharp edge, I think we also put on our champion. We still don't take out the front guy. So I'm going to put the Wildwood Sap on one of these, the bottom one, and then I'm going to put the Restore on the other one, on the other Awoken Hollow, I think. This battle is not going that well, honestly. Yeah, so our pyre is taking a bunch of damage here. That's not good. Alright, this turn, the bottom floor is a problem again. Yeah, the bottom floor is a problem, and the top floor is a problem. This guy is not dying from the sweep because he has the damage shield. We could torch him to get rid of the damage shield, and then he would die. But I also kind of wanted to torch the bottom conduit guy so that they don't jump up to the third floor. I do have both a Hornbreak and a torch, so I could take out both of them. And if I use a Hornbreak on the top one, then he dies, so he doesn't deal damage to our sweeper. And then we can use a torch here. Great, that's much nicer. Now the second floor will actually be activated, so let's upgrade it a little bit. And of course upgrade our champion. A brief respite. Alright, and we have Unleashed the Wildwood, which I want to play this turn, probably on the bottom floor. We could trap shoot that guy and put him back on the bottom floor, or we could let the second floor deal with him. I think I want the second floor to deal with him. And then, if we're going to do Unleash the Wildwood at the bottom, we just do a Restore. So we've got 7 cards in our discard pile, which means we don't have a guarantee that we're going to draw Unleash the Wildwood again next turn, which means we should play it this turn. So we're going to restore on this one, and we're going to Unleash the Wildwood on the bottom. And then we could play an Imp just to get rid of it, or we could play a Restore, which actually does something. So let's play the Restore. And this turn at least went well. I'm so sad that guy isn't dying, though. Final wave, and we did draw Unleash the Wildwood again. And it looks like we're winning. So the top guy would deal damage to the pyre, but we could just trap shoot him. So he never gets to the pyre, because we win before he gets there. And then since we already win, we don't actually need to play anything. But why not? So Steel Enhancer, we can Horn Break this one. And a Restore. And then I guess we Unleash the Wildwood on the second floor. And then win. I guess it's somewhat important to note that the regen is still happening every time during the winning sequence here, so it does actually matter that we have regen. Alright, spoils of the battle. And they're all imp related. Do I care about any imp related cards? The important work I really like, but we only have 1 imp. And I like the Pyre Chomper, but we don't really need the energy. Pact Shards, consume apply spikes 4, that's not bad. I like Engraft a lot, we played that last time. And Awake is too expensive, honestly. I don't think I like Awake. I'm really thinking about Engraft though, because it gives you the Ember and the drawback. The Pyre Shards applying 4 spikes is interesting. We're on the Frozen Stick Sea. We're at level 5. I think there are 8 battles, so we're getting closer. On the left, there's Herzl's Horde and Merchant of Trinkets, so it's all artifacts on the left. On the right, there's the Merchant of Steel. Oh, and the Unstable Vortex. So I really like removing cards, but I don't know that I have much left to remove. And I don't think I should do the Divine Boons. I don't think 100 gold is worth going up 10 more Pact Shards. So let's go to the left and let's get some artifacts. The first Hell Pact X-Cost cards get +3. Well, we don't have any X-Cost cards. So Capricious Reflection, cards and reward packs and unit banners come with a random upgrade. I think that's better than 25 gold. And then I still don't think I should get Divine Boons. Refracting Lens, Light's Gift, apply daze to enemy units when they enter the floor below the Pyre Room. That's not bad. Improve Firebox, that could be really good in a different deck. And Refracting Lens, when a card is consumed, restore 5 Pyre health. I don't really care about Pyre health, but I do care about Dazed. And we're going to 100. That was probably a bad idea. But we're going to 100. Let's see if we can see what the final boss is like. So, the question is always, do you turn on the trial? Non-boss enemy units restore all health when they move up a floor. As long as you kill them, then that's not too bad. And these don't have much health. And it doesn't affect the boss. The boss has lifesteal, by the way. That doesn't sound great. You see, I think this trial might not be too bad for the deck that we have. Even though we probably shouldn't. Because these guys have such low health. Alright. I think we're turning on the trial. Let's see what happens. Alright, first turn. We did draw our Awoken Hollow, so we've got the Hornbreaker Prince Awoken Hollow combo. And the Awoken Hollow won't die. So let's put our normal bottom floor setup. And then I guess if we play the Hornbreak on the back one, then all of them die, which is pretty nice. Let's do that. And then the Steel Enhancers, of course, go on the Hornbreaker Prince. And then the Wildwood Sap this is a great turn to use this, because this will upgrade our Hornbreaker Prince every turn. I think it's better than Razor Sharp Edge. Great. And we kill all 4 of them. Good first turn. We did draw our Husk Hermit. There's a lot of enemies on the bottom floor, but 3 of them are dazed. So that's not too bad. I think we play the Husk Hermit on the second floor. He takes out the Collector this time, and he takes out all of the guys from the bottom next turn. That seems pretty good. And then we've got Restores, but we also have Unleash the Wildwood, which seems really good right now. Let's play Unleash the Wildwood. And then I don't care about the Molting Imp. We could play the Hornbreak on the back guy to deal some damage. But I think I'd rather restore this guy one more time because it upgrades our Hornbreaker Prince again. Okay, so we did draw our Awoken Hollow and Animus of the Will combo. Unfortunately, this guy healed all the way up. Only one of them was dazed down here. I don't know how we're going to kill that guy. He does get dazed when he goes up to the 3rd floor, so if we use our Awoken Hollow Animus of the Will combo, maybe we can take him out. But we'd have to go through 170 damage. I'm currently thinking about my Pact Shards, because the Pact Shards might be good on the bottom Awoken Hollow. Yeah, that will take out the back one. And that means that the other 2 that make it to floor 2 will get hit by sweep. So the 3rd floor, we need to take out this guy. And the only way to do that is with the Awoken Hollow and the Animus of the Will. And we'll put the Steel Enhancer on the Animus of the Will. That's still not enough damage, but we'll deal with that next turn. Oh my gosh, there's a huge defender guy. There's like a huge defender guy and a normal defender guy. And this one, we're not even dealing half of his health. We could trap shoot him. Trap shoot would put him back to the bottom, but the bottom is a problem too. These enemies have so much more health than I was given to believe they had, which makes this trial that I turned on so much worse. I don't know how we're going to deal with the bottom, and I don't know how we're going to deal with the top. I guess the only thing we can do to deal with the top is use Trap Shoot so that he doesn't get to the pyre. At least the second floor is handled. Even if we steal Enhancer, we're not even doing half of its health, and it just heals it all up when it goes into the pyre room. Hornbreak doesn't do it. Obviously, Torch doesn't do it. So, I think the only solution we have is to Trap Shoot, which is not really a solution, it just delays the problem. And the problem is still very much not solved, because we're not even taking out the first enemy here. We're actually not taking out several of these enemies, because the middle one is dazed, so it doesn't attack, which means it doesn't get hit by thorns. But the front one is the most problematic. Hornbreak doesn't quite defeat it, but it helps. Then we can steal Enhancer. Oh, and it still doesn't die. The Torch doesn't do it either. We need to do 4 more damage. And the Torch and the Molten Imp are basically useless. We have to take care of a couple of these enemies, or the back guy will never get taken care of. So, I think we can take care of it. The Awoken Hollow has Rejuvenate, triggers when healed even at full health. So if we heal him, the Hornbreaker Prince will be cultivated. Yeah, this should work. Into the Deep Sea. That's an achievement for unlocking the next clan. Alright, we'll play them next time. And now we defeat the front guy. So that's part of the problem. Next, the only thing useful we can do in our hand is play a torch. So we'll torch this one. And end turn, deal with the problems next time. Hopefully. And they all heal back up. Okay. So, in the middle floor, we're dealing damage, but that doesn't do anything unless we defeat the enemies. I guess we could Hornbreak the front guy. That means that we would kill 2 of these, and only the back one would be left for the top floor to deal with next time. I think that's a good plan. And I think that's the only useful thing that we can do this turn. So next, we need to make it so the top floor is as dangerous as possible. A Restore helps. Restore before the Steel Enhancer so that the Restore Cultivate hits the back one, by the way. That was the reason for the ordering there. And hopefully we defeat this Clipped Guardian. Alright, last wave. Final wave. And the boss is a problem. I don't know how we're going to do 800 damage when we can't even do 170 damage. The boss is a real problem. As well as this guy at the top. I don't think we can get to 170 damage with the cards that we have. But I guess we need the top to be strong so that we could potentially win. I think we might die. So that's only 117. That doesn't do much. I think we have to hope that the pyre deals with the top guy, and then we need to unleash the wildwood in the center so that the boss gets hit next turn by a fair amount. And then what? I don't think we can effectively do more damage to the boss this turn. Yeah, because the first hit is going to take out the front guy. So the best we can do is make the third floor better and hope. Hope that this guy dies from the pyre instead of kills the pyre. We'll find out in a second. We've dealt some damage to the boss. I really hate the lifesteal, but at least the lifesteal is going down every time it happens. So he doesn't get any more lifesteal. And our pyre died. Alright, we lost. And we really lost because I pressed too many of the make the battles more difficult buttons. We did unlock the Stygian Guard. I will definitely try that out next time. Awoken leveled up. We got the Animus of Speed. I like the Quick. And Vine Mother. Alright. And we didn't see the new personal best. Let's go back. Regen applied 36. Previous best was 26. And then enemies killed by the pyre 4. You know, the number of enemies killed by the pyre is actually an indication of not a great run, which I guess this one was not. And we got 95 Pact Shards, which is part of the reason we died, on Covenant rank 1. Alright. Since I unlocked the Stygian Guard this episode, that clan goes from level 0 to level 1, and the Awoken also gained a level. I had one more card make it to 10 battles, that was the Hornbreaker Prince, but I'd like to highlight instead the Husk Hermit, which I took 2 of and sacrificed 1 of them. The Steel Enhancers were also quite good, and they were some of the random cards I was given at the start of the run. I did not get many artifacts this time, but the Concussive Coals was clearly the most valuable, keeping my units alive. 4 more enemies have made it to my 10 kills threshold. Among those are the Clipped Conduit and the Sycophant, which I killed a lot of this time. There is a lot more detail in my tracking sheet, link in the video description. New episodes every Saturday, and thanks for watching.